Hey guys, this is the Great Loogie here. Now then, you're probably wondering what I'm doing above Seafloor Cavern in Route 128. Well, before we really start with this episode, considering, this is pretty much the end of Emerald, I wanted to show off a neat glitch I discovered while browsing Bulbapedia and YouTube a while ago. What you want to do is you want to use dive and go in here. Now then, what you want to do is, obviously if you hit B, that'll happen. What you want to do is you want it to be so that when you're going inside, like right before, you'll get the option to dive back up. That didn't work. Nope. So basically, I'm just going to cut until I actually get it. So see you guys in a bit. There we go. Basically, you're like in between the tiles pretty much. And yes, I would like to use dive. And what do you know? I am walking on water, and of course this moment gets interrupted! Oh my god. You can't go on land. There are possibilities, to encounter wild Pokemon, but this is the perfect take that at water roots in Hoenn. If you are sick of water roots, do this and dance over them! Ha ha ha! I don't have to surf on you, jerk! I'm walking over you! Mwah! That's the biggest comeback against water roots I'll ever see. It is fun. Also, if you want to make it even crazier, you can use your bike! And repel wore off, so I'm just going to use another one. I'll just spend a minute or two talking about how awesome this is, then I'll stop. You seem to be going slower on the Mach Bike, though, than usual. One thing is, you can't go up waterfalls. But yeah, how awesome is this? And I'll just get off the Mach Bike. Now then, there are two ways, to, get off of this or whatever. It's not a permanent thing or whatever. Hold on, let me just go back to where I was. I believe it was over here. You could just dive, and then things will be back to normal. See? Oops. Or you could fly off if you want to do that. But from what I know, there isn't any problem that causes the game in any way. Alright then. Now, time for the real episode to begin. Now then, for the very last time, welcome to Pokemon Emerald version to go through Part 99. This is the final part of the Emerald series. It is finally getting done with. And what we will be doing in this episode is going into Meteor Falls. And don't worry, I set up a repel off screen. Also, I taught Waterfall back to Wailord off screen. Just replace dive with it. Anyway, you're probably wondering what we're doing in here since we already combed Meteor Falls after getting Waterfall pretty much. Well, that's sort of true. After being the Elite Four, there's actually one extra room that appears, pretty much. You just want to go over here, and this is it. Now then, just to say, there is a boss fight coming up. And I did grind quite a bit. All my Pokemon are level 63 now. Didn't teach anyone any moves aside from giving Waterfall back to Wailord. A bunch of Pokemon tried to learn moves, but I didn't let them and whatnot. Also, there are no hidden items here. Here it is. Or here he is, I should say. Oh, wow! Ethan! I'm amazed you knew where to find me. Do you, maybe think of me as just a rock maniac? No, that can't be right. We battled alongside each other at the Suitopolis Space Center! And that's obviously a typo / mistranslation because there is no Space Center in Suitopolis, but Moss Deep instead. You should have a very good idea about how good I am. Okay, Ethan, if you're going to mount a serious challenge, expect the worst! It is time for the final boss of the game. Well, sort of final boss. The bonus boss pretty much, but most people consider him the final boss. Pokemon Trainer Steven would like to battle. He is mainly a Steel-type user, but he does have other types. he was obviously the champion Ruby and Sapphire. He has all the same Pokemon, and mostly the same movesets, minus a minor change or two. The main difference is his Pokemon are way higher leveled, whereas if you fought him in Ruby and Sapphire, they'd be the same levels as Wallace, pretty much. Now then, he leads off with the Skarmory. It's male, level 77, Steel Flying, its ability is Keen Eye, which makes it so its accuracy can't be lowered. Its moveset is Toxic, Spikes, Steel Wing, and Aerial Ace. I'm just going to start off with the Shockwave, and it's using Spikes, which means every time I switch in a Pokemon, I'll get a bit of damage, unfortunately. Yeah, whatever. One thing I should say, this is actually my third attempt fighting Steven. The first time was without any grinding. Second attempt was grinding up to level 58, and this is the third attempt. And both times, unfortunately, I died due to the same reason, and it was pretty haxy. I'll mention it once we get up to that Pokemon. Now then, I'll just go for Fire Blast. Toxic obviously badly poisons you, meaning it's like normal poison, but it does residual damage. In that, you know, it does slightly more damage to you every single turn. Alright, that's Skarmory defeated. Who's up next? Alright. Next Pokemon is going to be Armaldo. I'm going to go into Wailord for this. Armaldo is the evolved form of Anorith, one of the two possible fossil Pokemon in this generation. It is Bug, Rock type, or Rock Bug type, technically, which is first and whatnot. Its ability is Battle Armor, which makes it so it can't get critted. It's male, level 76. Its moveset is Ancient Power, Aerial Ace, Water Pulse, and Slash. Critical hit! Alright then, who to go into to deal with this? Sceptile should be able to, considering, I don't think Armaldo has the best special defense. Yep, and there's the spikes in action. And, of course, he uses a full restore. He didn't... Oh, wait, no, I suppose he would have, actually. Yeah, whatever. Assuming Wailord survived or whatever. I'll just use a revive on Wailord. And I should be able to just barely beat Armaldo next time. Or not really next time, but so much, next turn. And good, I'll be able to get a bit more damage in, just to make sure Surf kills and it's not a random number generator screwing me over. Also, you want to be careful with Ancient Power, because it has a 10% chance of raising all of Armaldo's stats one level each. It can be very annoying if it happens. Alright, that's 2 down. Who's up next? Aggron. I'll just go ahead and revive Sceptile for this. You're obviously familiar with Aggron, considering I use one myself. And I'll just go into Xatu for fodder. It's Rock Steel type. Its ability... This one specifically, his ability is sturdy, so you can't use Fissure and whatnot, but considering it's higher level than you, it wouldn't matter. Its moveset is... Earthquake, Dragon Claw, Solar Beam, and Thunder, so it gets a lot of coverage, and thankfully it missed. So that means I'll get an extra turn to heal. Also, if I didn't mention it before, I also bought lots of items off screen and whatnot. Wow, you missed twice. Something is actually going in my favor. I'll just use this time to heal up Wailord. Took you long enough, Aggron. And I survived to boot. Oh, got paralyzed, whatever. To be honest, Xatu can't really do much against any of these Pokemon, unfortunately. And wow, that Hyper Potion just barely didn't restore Wailord fully, but whatever. Now then, you're probably wondering what I'm doing with Sceptile here, but since there's Thunder and Solar Beam, I don't want to risk sending Wailord out, because he'll probably only be a 2KO, so I'm going to use Flash a few times. And unfortunately, it's still hit with Earthquake, excuse me, but thankfully, A, it's not stabbed, and B, Sceptile resists it. Plus, considering Sceptile's bold nature, that means it has a bit extra defense. And of course, I miss, but after -1 accuracy, it still hits 2 turns in a row. It's Kyogre all over again, people. 2 times in a row. Excuse me, well, at least he missed 2. 3 times in a row! Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna take this turn to heal. I know Flash only has like 75 accuracy or something like that, 75, 80, but come on! I'm surprised he isn't going for Dragon Claw more, considering it should do more, since Sceptile doesn't resist it and whatnot. See, 2 flashes and you still hit with Earthquake. Don't worry, I won't use this strategy for all his Pokemon, mainly just Aggron. Stop hitting! At least I'm getting a good amount of flashes on him. Now, let's see, I missed 3 times and I've used it 7 times, meaning that's 4 flashes so far. 5 now. Haha, you missed. Now then, I'll start going for Leaf Blade. And I know it's only neutral, but Aggron doesn't have the best special defense in the world. Also, one neat thing I forgot to mention is that, in this battle with Steven, it actually uses the rival theme. And it actually did a bit more than I was expecting. But I'm not complaining. Alright, that is Aggron defeated. Sorry about that, I just thought, it was nearing 2 gigabytes possibly, and even if it wasn't, I just wanted to be safe, because otherwise, you know, Cam Studio would glitch out on me. Turns out it wasn't even 1 gigabyte, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. Anyway, continuing on. Sceptile gained some experience, and next up is Claydol. I'm going to stay in on this. Claydol is Ground Psychic type, its ability is Levitate. Its moveset is Earthquake, Ancient Power, Light Screen, and Reflect. It can't do much damage offensively. The main annoyance is that it has those 2 screen moves that make it really impossible to do a lot of damage to. Okay, it just went for Earthquake. It's gonna do even less than Aggron's did. And of course it gets a crit. Oh, whatever. I'll just finish it off with Wailord, I suppose. It outspeeds, but whatever. At least it didn't use Light Screen, so I'm definitely going to KO it this turn. That did slightly more than I was expecting, but granted, this Wailord is lonely-natured, so its defense is lower than average for a Wailord. Alright, next up is Cradily. Cradily is the second fossil Pokemon, the evolved form of Lily. It is male, level 76. It is Rock Grass. Its moveset. Its ability is Suction Cups, meaning it can't switch out. And it can't be forced out also. And its moveset is Confuse Ray, Ingrain, Ancient Power, and Giga Drain. Let's see how much Ice Beam does, considering it's weak to it. That didn't do very much. And that's probably gonna kill Wailord. The odd thing is, I used Ice Beam on Cradily when Wailord was level 53 or whatever, and it didn't do much more than it did then. Like, it did barely more. I don't even notice how much more it did. Whatever. I'll just go into Aggron for now. It honestly can't do a thing to Aggron. Considering, actually, I suppose Giga Drain could do a bit, but it's neutral, and it only has 5 power points. Ancient Power is quad resisted by Aggron, so that's not much of a problem. I'm just going to take the time to heal up my team members here. And I don't care about Confuse Ray because I'm not attacking right now anyway. I'll just use a full heal on that when I'm ready to continue the fight. Yeah, again, like I said, I'm just going to take the time to do this right now. Alright, let's see how much Giga Drain does. Yeah, it did a bit more than I would have liked, but whatever. I'll just use a full restore actually now, just to be safe. Alright, it's going for Ingrain, but it's at max HP now anyway. Although that could annoy me later. Next up is Revive on Sceptile. Then I'll just heal up all three. One annoying thing I forgot to mention is that when I fought Steven last time against Skarmory, it took me 4 turns to actually hit it with Fire Blast. 3 turns in a row, it missed. Alright, Aggron should just barely survive another Giga Drain, so I'm not worried. And then I'll just heal up Aggron this turn. Steven honestly isn't a pushover. Granted, it doesn't help that I don't have that many Pokemon with super effective moves. And ones I do have, either they aren't stab, or the super effective moves just don't do that much damage, typically. Or in the case of Cradily, it's just a defensive beast. Alright, I'm pretty sure after this it only has 1 power point left for Giga Drain. After that, I won't have to worry. Maybe I could get an attack booster too with Metal Claw once I start attacking. And I'm not worried about Confuse Ray. Again, I'll just use a full restore for that. Though this thing is going to take a while to kill, but right now, especially after getting all the Giga Drains out of it in a second... Actually, I'm not sure if it has one left because it's going for Ancient Power. Yeah, that was a crit. You see what I mean? Now then, time to actually start using Aggron attacking-wise, now that everyone's fully healed. I know that was a whole odd thing to do, but I wanted to be safe. And great! It got the Ancient Power boost, just like the first battle I had against Steven. This wasn't the thing or whatever that caused me to lose, though. I actually did manage to beat this. And stop using Confuse Ray! Of course it uses Confuse Ray, which has 100 accuracy. And of course Aggron hits itself. Didn't mean to go into the bag. I'm going to switch into Sceptile now, and try to get in a few flashes. There's flash number 1, and knowing my luck, it'll still hit anyway. Yep. That stupid spikes. Or I should say those stupid spikes, I suppose. I'll just use another revive. Unfortunately, I don't have any max revives. I remember using them all in the Rayquaza fight, because that thing could literally 1-KO everything I had. And Confuse Ray again. I don't really care at this point. By the way, you can miss any time, Cradily. There we go. I'm pretty sure it's going to run out of Ancient Powers soon anyway. So at least it won't be able to damage me at all, because its only 2 remaining moves will be Ingrain, which it already used one, so it can't use again, and Confuse Ray! Yep, that's going to be the main annoyance, I can tell. That's why I'm going to be using Flash Force, so I don't keep getting confused. But knowing my luck, even with -6 accuracy, it'll still hit. Yup, well... how am I supposed to get a Flash on you if you won't let me not be confused for a bit? Come on! Ugh. All you can do is spam Confuse right now. It's kind of funny. Come on! That's only a 50% chance. You keep hitting yourself. There we go. And thankfully I didn't miss there. There's really no point in using full heals now, considering all it can do against me right now is Confuse Ray. Also, I think it's been nearly 10 minutes since this Cradily came out. There's a third flash on it. Come on. Nice. Fourth. Yeah, now all you're doing is Ingrain. I missed, whatever. It's been a few turns now. I'm surprised I haven't snapped out Confusion yet. Isn't there a limit to that? And of course I missed 2 turns in a row. There we go. I'd say that's enough. Now then, to go back into Aggron. I'm going to keep spamming Metal Claw and hope, keyword hope, I get an attack boost or 2. It's a 10% chance, so it could happen. That didn't do too badly, considering it has a defense boost and whatnot. Haha, all he can do is Ingrain. I think I might have actually ran out of Confuse Rays. Oh, nice. And, of course, it just barely survived. So now he's going to use a healing item or whatnot. I'll just take the turn now to heal up Sceptile for the next opponent. Because, again, he's obviously going to heal here. Yep. Again, I am hoping for an attack booster too. But I doubt I'll get it, honestly. And with the Ingrain, unfortunately, it's going to be tough. I am doing more damage than it's recovering from, but still, this is going to be a while. I wonder how long till it starts using Struggle, actually. This thing is just annoying. Like, you literally, if you don't, like, its only weaknesses are Fighting, Ice, and Steel, and even those don't do too much, especially considering it got a defense boost from Ancient Power. You know, I could use, whatchamacallit, an attack boost anytime now, Metal Claw. Anytime. This is getting annoying now. Ah, whatever. Same reason as before for the awkward cut, you know the drill. Anyway, I'm just gonna heal Aggron right here, just to prepare for the next opponent. And he used another full restore. Great. Well, maybe if I'm lucky, he'll use up all of them before the next opponent comes out. Maybe. Yeah, probably not. Again, hold on, let's see how many times. I've used Metal Claw. This is going to be the 9th time. Yeah, I believe that's the 9th time I've used it now. And it's a 10% chance of an attack boost, so any time now. And this is going to be the 10th time. There we go! Thank you, Aggron. I have a feeling he might heal the turn after this one, because I don't think it'll be enough to KO him. But that would mean at least just another full restore he wasted. And that would mean a good chance of me getting another attack boost, although I doubt it. Okay, then. Hopefully, because I forget if Trainers in Gen 3 had an infinite amount of full restores. I don't think they did. I think it was limited to 4. And that's at least the third one, possibly the fourth, because I forget now, considering how long it's been. Now then, the damage I'm doing now would be equal to if neither of us had stat boosts. So at least I'm doing something. And also, again, eventually Cradally's going to run out of ingrains, and it's going to have to start using Struggle. And I'm not worried about losing lots of power points from Claw. And I finally missed. Granted, I have 95 accuracy, so it was bound to happen eventually. Because the thing is, take my word for it, the last Pokemon won't take crap from Metal Claw, considering it resists it. And Metal Claw has 35 accuracy to begin with, so I'm not too worried. You struggle, just like I was expecting. And of course it hit, but whatever. Watch how that means it won't survive the next opponent, but whatever. It actually used Struggle before I was able to kill it. Amazing. Alright then, now for the last Pokemon. This is the one that's his strongest. It's his signature Pokemon. It's the one that screwed me over the last few times. Metagross. It's one of the two pseudo-legendaries of this gen, the final evolved form of Beldum. Steel Psychic, level 78. It has Clear Body, which means its stats can't be lowered, meaning you can't Flash Spam it or anything. Its moveset is Meteor Mash, Earthquake, Shadow Ball, and Psychic. Now, the reason I died, not just because this thing is a tank. No, not that. It's because Meteor Mash has a 10% chance of raising its attack one stage. As expected, Aggron died. But whatever. The reason is that... guess what happened the first time it used Meteor Mash? Both battles! It got an attack boost. And after one attack boost, it was able to 1-KO all my team members. Okay, awesome. I actually got Power Hacks on it. That's something. That's definitely something. This is something big here. Critical hit, whatever. I prefer that over the attack boost, and I was about to switch out anyway. Now then, time for Exploud to shine. Also, I forgot to mention, this Metagross is also packing a Citrus Berry, which makes it even more bulky. And good. Fire Blast will probably be a 3-hit KO, but whatever. Oh no. Yes! Critical hit, you jerk! After those two battles where you got a attack boost just to 1-hit KO all my team, I killed you with a crit. Justice! Sweet justice. I had no idea you'd become so strong. This feels good. Took me a while, but I finally got him. Come to think of it, ever since our paths first crossed in Granite Cave in Dewford, I had this feeling. I thought that you would eventually become the champion. My predictions usually come true. And where will you go from here? Foo. Even I couldn't tell you that. I doubt he says anything else. Oh, no, he doesn't. Whatever. So now he's stuck in an Eternal Loop, and I don't believe there's any way to rematch him, unfortunately. But anyway, let's see. Do I have any escape ropes? Probably not. Oh, I do. Now then. That is it. We've done everything there is to do, pretty much, in Emerald version. Obviously, beat the champion. Did all the post-game areas. Caught all the legendaries, aside from the event ones. Which I obviously can't get without cheating, which I'm not going to do. And I beat Steven. That's it. Actually, you know what, to be more fitting, I'll go in here. That is the end of Emerald version. And just to note, it's going to be quite a while until I start the other thing. I have lots of stuff to do, like... I actually haven't finished the game I'm planning to do next. I'll just say this. It's not a Pokemon game, so I'm going to have to practice through that. Also, might change my recording setup very slightly. And on top of that, I've got to prepare my team for the VGCs, which is less than a month away from now. So, don't expect any videos for a month or two, but don't worry, they will be coming. So this is the Great Lugia signing off, and I'll see you next go-through.